Greetings, I'm Eric with your Essential Practice, and for this week's Divinely Guided Rune Reading, I'll remind you in the next video as well, but we have a lot of information to go over this week with the upcoming eclipse and the current retrogrades of a lot of planets, and the sun just transferring over into Virgo here recently, so happy birthday to all you Virgos out there. So this week, it's a little bit more of a dated rune reading, and I would invite you to look at the description box down below for more astrological information, or you can follow me on social media for more of that too, or just research it for yourself and just figure out how it resonates for you. Without further ado, let's jump into this week's Divinely Guided Rune Reading. Greetings everyone, big rune reading here for you this week with all the planets in retrograde, the eclipse coming up on the 27th here, and Virgo season just kicking off. So this week's a little more dated than previous weeks. They're a little more timeless, so check them out. They might still resonate here for you during this closing off of this eclipse energy. If you want more of that information, again, check the description box below or follow me on the social medias. You'll find that information there. Or you could also find it just Googling it out there, finding awesome readers like me out there. All right, anyway, in your energetic pass here is the rune of Algiz. This is a beautiful protection kind of rune. This is the built-in divine defense, divine protection connection. The antlers of the elk here are that built-in divine defense and connection. This, when the runes have the lines going from the top here, that's like a divine connection. Then it goes straight down off the rune. It's very grounding energy. So it's like very big earth energy here for you. So could be with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo here in the recent past. This could just be this increased sense of security or need for faith or test of faith or increased sense of faith, however it resonates for you here, right in your recent past. So Algiz here is just a really good reminder to know that divine's got your back. You are divinely connected and protected at all times. So when you are in doubt, when you're looking without, right? When you are going in the opposite direction of this rune, you're looking without, you're looking all these other directions, right? You're looking this way, you're looking that way, you're looking up, you're looking all over the place. You're not being grounded. So this is a call for maybe checking in with how much you've been grounding recently in your sovereignty, in your faith, in your actual physical grounding. Are you grounding your physical body? Are you eating well? Are you putting bare feet to grass? Are you meditating? Are you breathing well? Things like that as well. So this is faith in like a lot of different layers. So take what resonates, okay? So this is the rune of Ansuz here for the now rune. You want to talk to somebody. You want that communication, that divine download. You're looking for that divine download. This is like feeling maybe very defensive, protective, maybe a defensive stance even in your past. Opening up the lines for communication. You want that line of communication. This could be with divine. This could be with a partner. This could be with someone estranged from your past. Just take what resonates here for you. But Ansuz is very grounding energy. Again, reminding you, being grounded in the now and letting these downloads come on in and just fall all around you so you can just pick them up off the ground so easily, right? It's like blessings from above that just shower down around you. Ansuz is like prophetic dream work, divine downloads. This is communication, right? This is like the antenna rune. It kind of looks like an antenna. So this is also making sure that we don't have invisible lines like attached to our communication. Is it balanced? Is it their reciprocity? Are you listening to respond or are you listening to understand? Right? I'm guilty of this in my past. Like in my past, I've heard things brought to me that I got defensive about. And it was because I wasn't familiar with the style that it was being brought to me. And it took me a while to adapt to that style. So that's an example here, right? In the near future, or you want your projections to be here in your near future is Sowilo, of course. Yeah, you want to just like go through this like and just get your download and be golden and just be full of your success and shine like the sun and step into your authenticity. Right? The sun's light shines on everybody and everything without any hesitation, reservation. So it's calling you to embody this here in your near future regardless. But this is kind of what you kind of want it to be, and what your action taken for the best outcome is. We will get that rune here very, very shortly. So, but look at this. Algiz, Ansuz, and Sowilo. It almost looks like. Anyway, I'm just going off on a tangent here. And so anyway, Sowilo is a beautiful rune for you to be looking forward to and embodying here in your near future. That's like the Midas touch. It's like divine luck. It's success, authentic success. And we are always more successful when we are in our authenticity. Sure, it might hurt initially, but in the long run, right? You get compare yourself to your peers, the ones that did the work and jumped through the hoops, right? And maybe they might have excelled, but in what ways? And are they miserable in their lives, or how are their lives compared to how you are living and internally reflecting and digesting and elevating your life consciously, presently, and receiving these divine downloads, staying in your faith so you can have this abundant, authentic success in your near future. So what is the action taken for the best outcome here? Action taken for the best outcome is Raidho. Raidho is indicative of the change of house, spouse, or career. And why do I say that? It's because Raidho wants you to follow along with the energetic waves. It wants you to not resist, but ride along with the energies. It looks kind of like Wunjo, your clan flag of joy, of happiness and success there, grew a leg and is following its happiness, right? But it's still grounded along the way, but always being in divine lockstep with divine flow. When we're in divine flow and we're following those wavelengths out there, right, we're not going to say yes anymore to those hurtful energies, to those abusive energies, the stagnant energies, to the repetition that gets us nowhere, right? Enough is enough, right? We've learned our lessons. We know what we want. We're receiving our ahas. We're communicating, or at least opening up to the way that we communicate. Remaining in our faith, right? Maybe even being shaken in the recent past. Maybe being tested in the way we communicate right now. Wanting to embody this. So what do? We surrender to the divine flow. The best way out is through. Growth and comfort don't get along, y'all. If you want to grow, prepare to be uncomfortable. If you want to grow continuously, prepare to be uncomfortable continuously. If you want that rest, that peace, that respite or whatever, in between, the serenity, yeah, we all do. So find those energetic plateaus when the pendulum swings, right? It can stall out for a little bit. You can elongate that, right? Stalls, the pendulum swings, and that's the energetic flow. So what are your thoughts, feelings, and emotions about this whole energy that we're going through right now? Thoughts, feelings, and emotions. This is some big energies, y'all. Yeah, healing your divine masculine. You know, it's funny. I was talking with another coach here recently, and we were speaking because they're a divine feminine coach, and I talk a lot about divine masculine, and I try my best in my area to coach divine masculine. So we were just kind of, venting a little bit, and we're saying, that a lot of women need more divine masculine healing, and a lot of men need more divine feminine healing. yeah, true, we both need a mix. We have both of them in us. So why not take advantage of both? Why not be in our divine masculine? Why not address this occasionally, right? Why not check in with your divine feminine on purpose? Why not check in with your divine masculine on purpose? This is directly related to your success and your authenticity, y'all. Ingwaz is the rune of the divine masculine because it is the rune of fertility. It's the god Ing's rune. This is also often depicted as just the seed, right? Planted in the fertile soil. That's why I like the two X's, because it looks like the seed is nested in the soil. And for that, it's a protected container. Divine masculine, right? Protected container for that nurturing and growth to occur, for the divine feminine to water with Laguz and usher in more of that divine flow in their femininity, right? So we can embody some of that as well with our divine masculine. How are you handling your inner divine masculine? Are you being compassionate with it? Are you being rageful with it? Are you passing your actions and your thoughts and everything through that love filter? Are you being mindful with those words in divine flow? Thoughts, feelings, and actions on this, yeah. Your intuition's right. Here, this is the rune of very stable energy. Whenever the runes are like this at the bottom, super stable. This is an irreversible rune. This is, that seed is protected, right? Step into your divine masculinity, not your toxic masculinity, y'all. All right, there's a huge difference. Research what that means to you. I am not going to blanket statement out there for everybody because I could see it firing up in the comments already. Okay, so let's just look at what our possible pitfalls can be. What's our possible, what can possibly go wrong in this here, divine? Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay. So this is the divine feminine's rune, you guys. This is Laguz. This is the rune of flow. Yeah. So what can go wrong? You can step out of your flow. This is a divine feminine nurturing the waters that nurture life. The Laguz means lake, sea, flow, water, divining or scrying with water. And so this is interesting because, you know, maybe a lot of us are too, you know, like, I'm independent, I'm on the law, blah, 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 blah. Good for you. Look at you shine with your ego. Are you in flow? Are you in with your touch with your divine feminine? Maybe it's your divine feminine that actually needs that healing. I would argue that both of these constantly need that balance out there, everybody. Everything in nature, everything in the universe acts as if it is looking for that state of equilibrium. You'll look at water, you look at gravity, you look at the universe, the cosmos, you look at anything. Everything is like trying to find its balance, its equilibrium, its flow, right? This Laguz, this divine feminine, is closely connected to your present with your emotional wounding. This has to deal with a communication, possibly a cut-off communication, but this is a deep emotional thing. Spend time near water is good advice for divine feminine healing. Spending time near water, viewing a body of water for about 20 minutes at least, a natural body of water, is very, 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 I mean, with the intention. Don't just like look at it and be like, oh, okay, I have my viewing in for the day. Yeah, I'm done. And just go along your way. Come on now. Balance these two. Be present to do so, because this is still like the divine feminine still calling to be very grounded in that communication, right? Have your emotions been communicated very well? Are you good at communicating emotions? Do those need refinement? Are there invisible strings attached to how you communicate emotions, or is there something deeper that needs maybe some deeper therapy, some deeper work? Okay? Contact a trusted individual out there. I urge you to. But look at this. Divine feminine and masculine working together to be in flow. This is your action taken for the best outcome, to be in flow. This is, I believe, yeah. When we work to one, we're simultaneously working to help balance and lift the other, right? So when we're in service towards the other, like I love asking, how can I fill your cup today? What can I do to fill your cup? And that's a beautiful way to live, because through that, you learn so much. You also have your cup filled in so many ways. What's the outcome for this? Wow, you guys. This is directly related with your faith in all of this situation, this unfolding. This is a divine timing situation, or ordinance. Somebody needed to hear that word. Some sort of divine timing sort of aspect to all of this, with that eclipse, with these retrogrades, with this Virgo, the season of purification, the Virgin coming about, being grounded, really transmuting, really authentically, at the same time being in flow, really testing our faith and our stability here. This is the U rune, Y-E-W. It's Eihwaz, and so Eihwaz is the irreversible rune. This is the world axis. Like, you can think of this spinning, whoosh, 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 right? It's like the world tree, Yggdrasil, or any other tree, like tree of life. Okay, some of you are into the Kabbalah, might resonate with this, or the 9 planets in the Kabbalah, of the Nordic realms too. So anyway, this is like the yew tree, because the yew is a very flexible, very strong tree. And through all of this, you are growing your roots deeper, but learning how to sway, how to ebb and flow with the energies as they go. Yes, 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 you want this in your future, and you can obtain it. This is strength through stability, through weathering the storms. When we flex too much or not enough, a branch can snap off or it can break. When our branches snap off and break, we can be getting into this rune of Isa, of feeling maybe on the negative side of Isa, even of feeling stuck, frozen, rigid, repeating life lessons, or maybe even just needing to go within and soothe for deep reflection and emotional healing for clarity. Regardless, this is your outcome. How this unfolds for you is totally up to how you unlock this divine flow and you balance your divine masculine and feminine. You are thinking about this masculine energy while you should be really honoring these emotions. I shouldn't be shitting on you. My bad. But it's just how it goes with this, because divine is really strong in saying, hey, look, this is possible. This is how you unlock it. Follow your joy in a grounded way. Open up that success in your divine masculine, or with that divine masculine, however that resonates for you. Communicate your emotions, probably with that divine masculine. Successfully embody your and be moving forward and flow in a faithful way here too. Like look at all these and how they can interact with each other. Okay, remaining in flow while protecting your container, staying in lockstep and towards your happiness, staying authentic in such a way, communicating things in maybe a stoic manner. And that's a great way to honor your emotions here too. See how one hand washes the other? In a way, the divine feminine and the divine masculine kind of hold containers, don't they? One holds like a container of water. One holds like a container of dirt. Together they grow the seed. Together they grow new life. Combined, harmonious, together. Whether this is internally with you or you're thinking of another individual, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Maybe you're thinking of the collective, grand cosmos, grand scheme of things, yeah. Regardless, how we address this is the world tree, is the U tree here, the U rune of Eihwaz. It might not look like a lot of things are happening up top, but growing those roots deep, honoring that growth. Sometimes it's in stillness. Sometimes it's loud. Sometimes it's not. Right now, it looks like it's not, and you really want to. You want to shine. Okay then. Step forward then and embody these. Lead by example. Weather these storms coming up here, because it could be your beautiful, majestic tree, and spinning as the center, the fulcrum of the balance, like everything around you makes sense. Like this is like the balance between head and heart here. This is like that squirrel that goes up and down the tree of life in Norse mythology, right? With the serpent at the bottom and the condor at the top balancing out the information. Very poorly, might I add. It's that balance between head and heart. That internal clock, that internal communication as well. Faith, y'all. You can communicate. You can reach out. You can do this. The success is yours. You just need to do this as well. Possible pitfall here is emotional devastation, divine feminine, a wreck, kind of like a block of your flow, your block of your intuition, and all of that. Maybe not as much nurturing flow in your life. See, when you're not in flow, obviously you risk losing your flow. So I like how these two closely relate to that sense of like riding along with the energetic waves a bit and nurturing, right? So, hey, if you're not into this, you might lose that whatever in your life feels nurturing to you or for you. Yeah. So, all right, enough with the TED Talk here. I am going to get a card of clarity here for you. Now let me grab that. It'll be just a second here, because that card took a dive to a fun place. But this isn't worth it, because this is just showing me, okay, everybody, that this is so worth it. Even though this flew off and it went to a place there I could have, reset and recorded a different. This is a message that you needed to experience here along with me. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. It has Berkana here. It has Fehu here. So your abundance and nurturing it and beginning new things, you are prime for this. How do you want to do it, though? That's up to you. How are you grounded? How are you shining? How are you representing? Yeah. How are you representing? What is tied to this? You have a heartstring tied to some communication here that's blocking some of this. So let's get into that divine flow and reciprocity and that following that divine downloads, everybody. Come on, you're being blessed with these insights, these downloads, these signs, where divine's always trying to talk with us. It's us that blocks it. Okay? Ace of Pentacles, beautiful foundation, slow moving maybe, energy. Maybe this is a new beginning for you. A nice, slow, new start for you. That's fine. Sometimes flow is slow. That's okay. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Divine Masculine, you need to talk with a Divine Masculine, or a Divine Masculine needs to speak with you. Yeah, don't give up. Stay dedicated to your sense of victory, your sense of justice, your sense of sticking up for what is right, true, and good in this world, and your craft. Sticking to your, to the task that you have set out to start, right? So stay dedicated to this Ace of Pentacles, right? Because you're jumping up to 7 right away when you are. Divine's got blessings upon blessings right after this eclipse if you're handling this correctly. And, you know, it's subjective to everybody. In the middle of the deck here, look at this, beautiful 9 of Cups. You guys, open yourself up to that communication. Please receive it well. Give it well. Whether that's with Divine's yourself or a significant other, a strange spouse, or something like that. Gosh, that's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Divine. I cut the deck again. 9 of Pentacles. Come on, you guys. Woo! All right, I'm so happy for whoever this is out there receiving these blessings, who is listening to their divine guidance. Listening to their, I'll just leave it at that. All right, I'm going to pull a card from the Divine Masculine deck. Whoa. Actually, Divine is pulling me to do a different deck. Okay. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Messages from the Fairies Oracle deck here we'll use this time. So, Fairies and Divine, please show us clearly. What message of clarity would you like for us to see today? I'll get this book out of the way. This is a beautiful book, though, by the way. Beautiful deck, you guys. Divine Masculine Oracle. We will read out of that another time. But right now, we are using messages from the Fairies. All right, so Divine and Fairies, please show us clearly what message of clarity do you have for the collective for this week's Divinely Guided Rune Reading? Almost. What message of clarity do you have for this week's Divinely Guided Rune Reading? That one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys, you're gonna make me cry. So I'll let you read that while I look it up with my eyes watering. Then I'll read it, or I'll attempt to. I love this for you guys. This is like a turning over of a new leaf for you. Ha, leaf, tree. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You finished one part of your life, and now a new and even better part is beginning. This card indicates that a chapter in your life is closing. This is very, very true, too, with these cosmic energies, you guys. So take into consideration all these cosmic energies as well, please. So perhaps you've been feeling a sense of loss or anxiety. You know, I was getting that too, that loss or anxiety about the future. This card reassures you that your present situation is teaching you many valuable and important lessons. You're now taking that wisdom and beginning a journey with new people, work, and situations, or you likely are. Be open to this change as it brings many blessings for everyone involved. Your future is already taken care of. Additional meanings for this card are that you may be moving to a new home, or a job promotion is upcoming, or a relationship is ending, or a relationship is beginning, because endings make beginnings, beginnings make endings simultaneously. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. When one door closes, another door opens, you guys. So what are you closing yourself off to? And what are you opening yourself up to? What are you planting the seeds for your new future? What are you nurturing moving forward? You're going to grow that tree. So, yeah, that Berkana. A relationship could be ending or beginning. Oh, I already said that. A transition is also noticeable. Like it's palpable, everybody. We can see it in social media and wherever you look, whoever you're talking to out there, they're going through these energies in their own way. And when you're attuned to these energies, you can see it like you can read it like a book. And also what it takes is for somebody to say, oh yeah, this is weird because this is happening for me too. But we're all like in a very similar sort of things happening for us or to us wavelength. And healing and transmuting and moving on and reviewing structures and all this and that. Yeah, because of the eclipse and everything like that, everybody. All right, so I'm going to stop. Okay. Additional last meaning for the card are to let go of unhealthful and old patterns. So addictions, long-term energetic pattern addictions, the way we talk, the way we think, the way we act, the way we behave. Whatever you comes to mind when it comes to unhealthful old patterns. So make time for work on healing your past hurts is the final message. Again, make time for work on healing your past hurts. And I think that's what the real message is here this week, is to make time on healing your past hurts. Make that clear intention to move forward, nurturing this. Right now, you really need to heal that communication aspect, that emotional communication tie aspect, and figure out what that's about for you and how you want to move forward with that. Is that an energy you want to bring with you? Or is that not an energy you want to bring with you? Because this is here for you to move forward. So you can't stay thinking about this for too much longer. The stars and the planets and everything it's all moving. We're all moving. We're always in constant flux. We're always in constant, the pendulum, like I said before, that swinging, right? So, are you going to bring that energy with you on that pendulum ride? Or are you going to meet them on theirs? Or not? Or are you going to say hello to maybe have a bunch of other opportunities for you out here in the future? If you are, congratulations. But I also remind you to fully close off before you move forward, because like this says, as one door closes, another door opens. So make sure you thoroughly say goodbye before you plant that seed and say hello to the new. Because this is a beautiful new beginning here for you, and you want to give it every nurturing chance possible. That's why it's imperative that we're communicating our emotions and our embodying our authenticity in a healthy dynamic, balancing out divine feminine and masculine. All right, I'm going to leave it here for you guys. This is a huge reading here this week. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I appreciate your consideration. I'm almost to that 1,000 subscriber milestone. And when I get to that tier, I can start doing more fun things with the channel and open up some other avenues of communicating here with you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.